everybody, and this video is gonna serve as two different things. The first part of this video is just gonna be a general tips guide for the Trials of Osiris map this week, which is Cauldron. For those of you that have been struggling to get 9-0 and you still haven't quite made it there this week, hopefully this will help you give enough tips, enough information, enough of a push to finally get the 9-0 throughout Sunday or Monday. The other part of what I want this video to do is to serve as like a looking for group service for those of you that still need people to play with. Now, I will say that I'm going to be doing these videos every single week, and they will be coming out on Friday or Saturday at the latest, but this week has been a little bit crazy. I've been preparing to go to E3 and stuff like that, which I will have a separate video on, so this is definitely coming out a lot later than I would want it to come out, but next week it's going to be coming out a lot earlier. We're going to be doing the tips and the looking for group service, I guess you could call it. So first of all, let's start out with that looking for group service. If you are still finding people to play with, you haven't quite found your team yet, leave your PSN, gamer tag, or both in the comment section along with your Guardian's level, and specify if you're looking for Trials of Osiris or you're looking for Prison of Elders. You can search for Prison of Elders people in this video if you so wish, although it is about Trials of Osiris. Feel free to look for absolutely anything, and hopefully you guys can use the comment section of this video to find someone from our glorious community here on my channel and find an awesome team to play with. So now let's move on to the tips for Cauldron. This is obviously a very different map from last week. Widow's Court and Cauldron are kind of complete opposites to each other. What I found on Widow's Court a lot of the time is that you could go the same way and you would be fine. That's perfectly fine to do that. But on Cauldron, I find that it's not actually a good idea to constantly go the same way and use the same tactic. So most teams that you come up against, you're gonna see them do very similar things. If people spawn near B, they're gonna go into the B room and they're gonna just sit there. When people spawn near the A room, they're gonna just go to the A room and they're gonna just sit there. And people tend to just have this standoff between the doors. They open the doors, they throw grenades, and they just have a standoff. And it just kind of comes down to a luck situation. Whoever manages to connect the most grenades ends up winning. And of course, you can be on the lucky side of that standoff where you can hit an awesome grenade, run in there and kill absolutely everything. You can also be on the unlucky side of that grenade. When I'm running on my Warlock, I feel a lot more comfortable doing this because I'm running Firebolt grenades, which are ridiculously strong, and if they hit someone, usually they're gonna hit more than one person, and they're gonna burn them. So we can push in there and usually end up killing everyone. But for the most part, I don't personally like having this standoff. I would much prefer to push around to the left or push around into the outside area of Cauldron and go up underneath them when they're in the B room. That's my favorite way to go when someone's just holding down the B room, because I find that it's a lot easier to flank them. It's a lot easier just to come out of nowhere when they're not expecting it. And also you can be very slippery in that room. There's a bridge, there's lots of things to hide behind. So I find that if people are just holding down the B room, I tend to like to go beneath them rather than just having that stupid standoff. But like I said, on Cauldron especially, this is the first map that I've really felt that it is incredibly important to be unexpected all the time. So sometimes I will go for that standoff because I don't want to do the same thing all the time. Then I'll push right, then I'll push left, then I'll go somewhere totally different. I just always want to be coming from a different direction, because I found that on this map, because it is a lot smaller than the other maps that we've played on, it's very easy to kind of take the engagement wherever you want the engagement to be. So if people are standing back and sniping, then you can push around and jump up on them, and it's pretty easy to do that. It's very, very easy to flank. So on Cauldron, the biggest thing that I would recommend for anyone is to constantly do different things. If you have people that are confident in their gun skill, then even have them go and flank somewhere else, so the enemy team thinks that you're just going for the standoff situation, when actually you're not, and you have someone coming behind them. Because I found that on Cauldron, even more so than the other maps, that people don't seem to really be able to deal with flanking very well, because they're just standing there, they're just in the middle room, they're just hard scoping down that doorway, waiting for you to be there. They don't really know how to deal with any other kind of engagement. So just constantly be adapting, constantly doing different things, coming from behind your enemy, coming from the left, coming from the right, and you will definitely be able to get the jump on them at some point. Now when it comes to the heavy ammo round, Cauldron's also pretty different to a lot of the other maps that we've played on in that it is a lot smaller and no team really has their own heavy. There's no really heavy ammo spawn that belongs to you. So it's kind of hard to tell where the team's gonna go, which spawn they're gonna go to. You can sometimes call it like if a team is constantly going to the bridge, they're probably gonna go to the bridge heavy ammo spawn. If there's someone that likes to stick to the inside, then they're probably gonna go to the inside spawn. But what I usually like to do is have one person, maybe two, go to one heavy and then have one person just go to another heavy. That way you have all bases covered, and if they decide to just run as a team to one heavy, you are guaranteed to get the other heavy ammo spawn. And I have noticed that most teams do tend to send everyone to one heavy ammo. I came up against a few teams that did split up, but you should be able to take out that one person if they do decide to pull that on you. But for the most part, teams tend to stick together and they will just go to one heavy ammo spawn. If you're just by yourself and you're against 3 people, you can try and do whatever you can. Usually you're just there to try and delay them picking up the heavy ammo so your team can get your heavy ammo and come and help you out with the backup and take everybody down. So this is obviously a video specifically about Cauldron. If you want to know just general Trials of Osiris tips, then I can definitely make a video doing that. I will include absolutely everything that I can think of. But in general, communication is incredibly important. Always make sure that you're talking to your team, making sure that you guys are doing something different every time, that you're being unexpected, and just adapt to what the enemy team is doing. If it's a bunch of snipers, just rush them. Unless you're an amazing sniper and you know that you can out-snipe people, just rush them with shotguns and kill them. They don't have any way to really defend against close quarters combat, so you might as well just use your advantage of the shotgun and run at them and kill them all. Now if someone's using all shotguns and they're going to be rushing at you, then sit back and wait for them to run into your grenades and you can take them out like that. So it's all just about adapting, communicating, and being unexpected. So that is pretty much it for the video, guys. If you are still looking for people to play with, don't forget to leave your PSN or gamer tag along with the level and activity that you're looking for in the comments section. I really want you guys to be able to play with each other and find people to play with. I know that not everyone has a full 3 team to play with, and I know that it's an issue, and I want you guys to be able to enjoy Trials of Osiris because it is my favorite PvP game mode. It's not even like Elimination. I played Elimination and I'm like, Elimination's not as fun as Trials of Osiris. Trials is just an amazing experience. So I'd love for all of you to be able to be with the community, find stuff from this community, and play with each other. So I'm gonna have another video out later today about me going to E3 and all the details of that. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you awesome people later. Bye.